Hey there, Ride the Car Guy here, and today we're doing a quick video on how to install a trailer brake controller into a first-gen Nissan Titan. Great news right off the bat, if you have the 7-pin connector on your hitch, then your truck is mostly pre-wired for a brake controller. You're just gonna have a little connector near your parking brake underneath your dash, and you can buy a little harness that will plug in from the stock connector that's in here straight into your brake controller. The unit we're using today is a RedArc unit. I wanted something that had proportional braking. I don't just want a simple on and off controller. This unit that has a gyroscope will figure out how hard you're pressing the brakes, and then it will press the brakes on the trailer a commensurate amount. With this unit, I also bought the Nissan Titan specific harness that plugs in, of course, like I said, from this wiring in the truck straight into the RedArc. And then I also picked up a little dash piece that, well, I don't know if we'll use that or not, but that's gonna allow you to drill a hole in the dash wherever you want and kind of make it a decorative plate. I'm probably gonna put it in one of the switches underneath the radio bezel, so we'll figure that out as we go. So let's dig in. I'll show you exactly where to find your harness, and then we'll plug it in, get it mounted, and mount the button. Simple as that. Let's go. Now let's start with the easiest, but also probably the most annoying part of this job, and that's finding the original connector inside of the vehicle. So if you follow down here, you'll see your e-brake here. And let's, well, actually, I gotta go find it again so I can show you. Hold on. So to the left of your e-brake, run your hand up, and it's actually marked with a little tag, and it says like brake controller or something like that. Let me go find it. There it is. All right. It says electronic brake connector. And let me try to get you a better view here. Kind of just hoping here that you can see this, but it says it right there. Electronic brake connector. And it should be like tied or something to another piece. Yeah, it is. So I'm just gonna yank that tape off here. There we go. And that should fall free. Yeah, there we go. It says right here, electronic brake controller, check it out. And that is the harness that we're gonna plug into. And then we'll have a lot of extra length to kind of put the box where we need to put it. So here's a little dongle that I bought. Just plug that in. I think it'll go, yep, that way there. All right. Awesome. So we are connected. Now let me think. Do we have space? I want to find a place that's secure. Thinking maybe back here, actually. That might be kind of cool. Because now we have a whole ton of length. As you can see, I can bring it all the way up here. And so we have at least a solid 3 feet, I'd say, to connect it wherever we need to connect it. I'll figure that out, then I'll let you know what I did. I think I found a pretty good location. And it's behind this little white box here. Now the cool thing about this product is that they claim it can be mounted in any orientation. Now that's cool considering there's not a lot of places underneath your dash that are exactly flat, right? So I got some double-sided Gorilla tape, and this is the clear kind. This stuff is insane. So I have no worries about this staying where it needs to be, but just for the heck of it, I'll also grab some zip ties and we'll go around that whole box and make sure that it's secured. So I'm gonna have the black piece down, and that way we can hide the cabling that we have behind the kick plate. And then we just gotta run this cable over to the switch. I checked, the cable's got a decent amount of distance. We should have no issue getting it up to the dash where I wanna put the switch. So let me grab this and just do a little test fit. Make sure it looks good. Yeah, I think that's nice. Just grab the little strips off of it. Gosh, even those are stuck on there. I will, however, plug in the top cable, because that's gonna be a pain to do after the fact. And I'm gonna squeeze in here with you and find a place to stick this bad lad. Oh, this has got, is that a bunch of barcodes and shit? I can't see that. Let me take a picture of it, because this stuff will destroy it. There's no way I'll be able to take that tape off and still read those. Sounds goofy, but I'm gonna snap a photo, and then what I'll do is, I guess print it? I don't know, I'll do something. That was perfect. I'll just like literally print it out and put it in the glove box. So if I ever need that info, I have it and I don't have to take the box off. Now let's squeeze in here and I can feel free to put this on here. Nice. There we go. Perfect. So we're piggybacking on that existing box. And now I'm gonna go grab a couple zip ties and I'll put one above the bracket and below the bracket. What I mean is the bracket on the back. Hold on. This one right here. There. All right, the absolute prettiest thing you've ever seen? No, but guess how much I care. Let's trim those and then move on. Number 4, there. Awesome. Plug it in, hide the wires, get the switch. Let's go. Now you can certainly go crazy and, you know, like pull off this kick panel and do a bunch of tucking and make it all pretty and whatnot. I think what I'm gonna do though is I'm gonna just tuck it behind while it's still in place. So just to kind of do this, there we go. Feed it back there. I'm just basically pushing it down behind. And then what I'll do is I'll probably grab another zip tie, sort of clean it up. Let's see how much this travels. Yeah, I will bring it back in front of this and then plug it in up there, just like that. Perfect. I'll do the final wiring and whatnot and then just show you what I did. All right, so there's like 50 harnesses that you can zip tie to back here. There's a main one right here that comes down near your brake pedal, your e-brake pedal. And so I just zip tied to that, and then all the slack is down in here underneath the kick panel, and then it comes up here and is wired into the box. So here's our switch cable. And so this is like a, what is it, like an RJ45? Yeah, it's like a LAN cable. And so I'm just gonna grab that and pull it over here, and it'll make it without issue to where I want it in the dash. And as cleanup, I'll just zip tie it up here to stuff as I go, and make sure that it's obviously out of the way of any pedal movement. And then let's go pull the dash apart and put that switch in. There's 3 switch panels. I put one little charger in one, the tow mode button is in the other, and the center is blank. So that's where I'm gonna put the control switch. Hey guys, I wanted to jump in here, and before we get started on this next segment of the video, I wanna make something very clear. We're gonna take off the bezel on the dash. If you've never taken the bezel off on your Titan, it's likely going to break when you take it off. So the plastics that Nissan chose in this time frame are very, very brittle. And of course, all of the years of sunlight on these things makes them very, very fragile. So just as a warning, if you haven't replaced yours yet and you're taking it off for the first time, it's about 95% chance you're gonna break it. So this might be a good opportunity to purchase a new one and have that replacement on hand in case you do break it. So that's all I wanted to say. If you take yours off and break it, don't say I didn't warn you. All right, let's go. All right, for this removal, I'm just gonna pull my bezel off. There we go. And we should be able to access that switch. Yeah, looks like we can. I'm gonna pull the connectors off of this. I'll show you these. There's what, 4 of these back here. And then we'll be able to access that switch pretty easily. Just have these little connectors here. There we go. There we go. Excellent. Yeah, cool. All right, so now pull that last piece out. This one is gonna be broken, I know it. So now if you look down here, we have our button blank. I'll apologize in advance. It's probably difficult to see, but if we grab this here, lift up on this tab, all right, apply some pressure, there you go. And now that button blank is out. Now, let me not lose it in the dash. Oh, damn it. All right, hold on. Okay, finally, wow. All right, now there is 2 tabs, and I broke one of them, and I'm unsurprised. You have 2, one's just like the top, but generally, and I've done this before, you just sort of bend it back like this and then pull it out. But this bezel is an aftermarket piece of absolute garbage that I bought, and I hate it. I never made a video on it, but I had to cut all kinds of pieces out it to make it fit, and it's just it's garbage. So I'm not surprised that I broke it. What I'm hoping, I can either reuse some more of that double-sided tape, or secure something else into it. We'll figure it out. I'll let you know. So I guess regardless, if you have your stock one, which is probably going to be brittle as well, which is why I have an aftermarket, or an aftermarket piece of crap like I have, just be very careful with those tabs, because if you break them off, it's going to be a pain getting it to be secured back in. Well, I have pretty great news. The blank that I bought that I didn't know if I was going to use, well, it turns out we're going to use it because it has these little burrs on the side that will effectively just hold on inside of this insert. It will move up and down a little bit, so I'll put a little bit of, I don't know, something in there. I think it came with some foam, so maybe I'll put some foam in there. So we don't even need those stupid little tabs. So you know what? Let me do this. Yeah, how you like that? So I'm just gonna go get some foam. We'll install the button into this and then wire it up and we're done. So we have our little bezel and here are the anti sort of rubbing pads. So I'm just gonna pull those off, stick them on, and then we just need to slide this through. Has a little light on it. Slide this through and then you screw this on to secure it, really nice. I'll just gently grab some like adjustables or something to put that on there. Don't go crazy on it. And then find the wiring, basically feed the wiring in and plug it in. Again, I'm not going crazy on this. It's just real, because I don't know if you break something or not. And then slide that on. I'm assuming it's gonna start at 0, right? So let's find 0 on here. Turn it all the way left, there. And then go like that, perfect. And then I'm gonna feed my wire up. As you're feeding it, make sure that you are putting it above or below the things that you want it to be, you know, above or below of, I suppose. So for instance, I'm not gonna run it below my OBD2. I'm gonna run it above, all of that. Excellent. Man, I have a lot of crap going on back here. I'm gonna clean this up. Yeah, that's right where we want it. There we go, and back through. Yeehaw. That is precisely where we want it. We just have to plug this in, feed this back. There we go. And push to the sides, and then push it in. Yes. Oh, well, hold on. It's a little bit loose. How do I feel about that? It's not perfect. It's wobbling around a little bit. And if you push real hard, you can push it up and down. If I come up with something, I'll let you know. But I mean, it's secured, it's not coming out. And how much am I gonna touch it? I don't know, do I care? I don't really know if I care. How about this? Tell me down in the comments below, what did you guys do to kind of make this work? But for now, I'm doing this to go buy a trailer 1,000 miles away. So I just need something now. I'll throw this dash back together real quick to show you how it looks, and then we'll call it done. There you have it. That is looking not horrible, actually. I'm pretty happy with it, all things considered. All in all, it was a pretty easy job. It's really nice that, of course, it's already wired from the back of the truck all the way up to underneath the dash. So we just had to plug in our new box and wire it up to the dash for that button. But I do still recommend that little bezel. I know it moves up and down a little bit in my dash if you use one of the blanks, but even if you don't, if you drill a hole, they actually give you a little template. You can drill a hole anywhere on your dash and still use that nice decorative bezel. As far as the cabling underneath the driver's side footwell, there's a little channel that kind of runs from the left to the right. I just put it in there and put a couple zip ties in so that way it doesn't interfere with my pedals and keeps everything tucked away. I hope that you liked this video. If you did, please help me out. Scroll down and click that like button. Of course, subscribe for more content just like this. And if this video helped you save a lot of time or money, maybe you can thank me by buying me a beer. Scroll down, click that thanks button to send me a super thanks. Thanks so much for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one.